Assalamualaikum. I heartily welcome all the students of Standard 4 to Sufa E-classes. Students, here I am Nurjahan, your English teacher, and today we will learn lesson number 32, The Noble Monkey. Lesson number 30 is not in the syllabus and lesson number 31 is for your activity. That's why we are completing lesson number 32. Students, in this Bal Bharti 4th book, two lessons are my favorite. Lesson number 32 and lesson number 37, Ryoken and the Starfish. I like these lessons very much. After completing the lesson, I will tell you why I like these lessons, what is the reason behind it. Lesson number 32, The Noble Monkey. In a forest glade on the banks of the river Ganga, there was a tall shady mango tree. Every year it bore big juicy mangoes that were very sweet to taste. In the forest there lived hundreds of monkeys with their king. The monkey king was bigger, stronger, and also wiser than all the other monkeys. The monkeys loved the mango tree for its spreading branches, cool shade, and delicious fruit. They often played about on the tree and enjoyed eating the tasty mangoes. Their king warned them, "Don't let even a single mango fall into the river. If the current carries it down to the land of men, they will come here in search of the heavenly fruit and destroy the peace in this land." One day, however, a ripe mango fell into the river and was carried with the flow to the city of Benares. It was found by a fisherman who had never seen anything like it before. So he presented it to the king. When the king tasted a slice of the fruit, he liked it very much. He shared it with his queen and ministers. They all loved its flavor, and in the end it was decided that a search party should be sent to find the tree that bore such divine fruit. A fleet of rafts sailed up the river carrying many of the courtiers and the king himself. By and by, the fleet of rafts reached the forest glade on the bank of the river and also found the mango tree laden with fruit. The king and the courtiers were overjoyed. When the king's men noticed the monkeys enjoying the fruit, they were annoyed. They decided to drive them away mercilessly. They sent volleys of arrows to kill the monkeys and scare them away for good. The monkey king swam to the other side of the river and ordered the other monkeys to do the same. "Move quickly, save your lives by vanishing deep into the forest on the other bank," he urged. However, he soon realized that the river stream was too wide for the others to follow. Quick as lightning, he did something very unusual. Catching hold of a tall cane with his legs, he swung back to the side where the other monkeys waited. Then he took firm hold of a branch of a tree. This way he made a bridge across the river with his own strong body. The Monkey King then ordered the monkeys to rush to the other side. Over his own body, the monkey lost no time in following his command. The Monkey King's body was being trampled upon and bruised and injured by the rushing hordes of the monkeys. But he did not waver. He kept a tight hold over the cane and the body till the last monkey landed safely on the other side. By then, he was badly injured and had lost his all strength. He fell down in a swoon. "Why did you sacrifice your life in this way?" said the king of Banaras. "The monkeys are like my children. I am their chief and guide, and it is my duty to protect them. They are now safe and I die a happy death. I am glad I could do my duty." So saying, the great ape closed his eyes forever. The king of Banaras never forgot the great sacrifice that he had witnessed. In the beginning, I told you this is my favorite lesson. Now I am going to tell you why this is my favorite lesson. This lesson has a message, and it is a very important message, and you should remember it for all through your life. This lesson has a message for parents also, how to upbring their children. So in next video I am going to explain this, and I request everyone to attend the class. You can also tell your friends to accompany you. So be with us in next video. Allah Hafiz.